You're on the market to buy a vehicle and you're presented with two options. The first option, the vehicle is able to autonomously drive itself. The second option, the vehicle is unable to autonomously drive itself. Honestly ask yourself, which one would you choose? Now, before you answer that question, let's assume that the autonomous driving technology is perfected or nearly perfected. Which one would you honestly choose if you had the option to choose the vehicle that can truly autonomously drive you from place to place? Now, I'm not going to label this autonomous driving technology because for some reason, when I put a label to the autonomous driving technology, like Tesla full self-driving, some people have a visceral negative reaction to it, and I just don't understand why. In my opinion, autonomous driving is the epitome of where we want to reach as drivers. I don't want to spend hours of my life driving on roads, stuck in traffic. I want to be able to type in the address that I want to go to, press the button to hit go, and the car will be driving me to that destination while I focus on other things other than driving. That's just my opinion. Now, CNBC writes an article here titled Tesla Full Self-Driving Turns Off More U.S. Consumers Than It Attracts, Survey Finds. This is by Laura Kolodny, written on August 28th of CNBC. Now, right off the bat, I don't agree with this headline, and I actually think this headline is a bit inflammatory and highly biased, right? Now, I would have to question just what survey, just who was surveyed here, and what type of survey is this, right? So let's go down to the article here, and also look at the picture of Elon Musk that they choose to headline on this article. This to me just screams bias, right? The Electric Vehicle Intelligence Report for August, published by political consulting firm Slingshot Strategies, polled 8,000 Americans. Only 14% of those surveyed said FSD would make them more likely to buy a Tesla, while 35% said the technology would make them less likely to purchase one. The remaining 51% said the availability of FSD would make no difference to them in terms of their car buying decision. Nearly half of consumers surveyed by Slingshot said they think FSD technology should be illegal. Really? Nearly half of consumers surveyed by Slingshot said they think FSD technology should be illegal. Now, right off the bat here, Slingshot Strategies is a left-leaning consulting firm and therefore screams of a left-leaning bias. Now, I really don't want to make this into a political thing. I don't understand how we have come to a point where politics is coming in the way of real progress. And frankly, I'm just tired of it. I want humanity as a whole to progress. I want humanity as a whole to advance. And it's just so unfortunate that real progress appears to be being either stalled, held back, or slowed down because of a political bias. And this article highlights that very strongly. Now, this article also states, in the robotaxi market, Tesla is lagging behind Alphabet-owned Waymo and Baidu's Apollo Go. Now, this statement right here is highly misleading. First of all, Alphabet-owned Waymo has been operating for far longer than the Tesla robotaxi, which only started back in June. So it's just 2 months old currently. And Baidu's Apollo Go, it's not even in the same universe. It is not even comparable. It's like apples to oranges, with how inferior Apollo Go is, right? So just as one more example here, the Tesla Full Self Driving Supervised rolled out in Australia, which is a right-hand drive system. Let's see what this reviewer has to say about that.
Eyes on the car, it's still learning. Okay, so you've got to keep your hands on the wheel, obviously, but it's doing it by itself. It's braking, it's indicating by itself. I don't know how else to convey the feeling I'm feeling right now into words that you can understand watching through your screen. This is weird. I've driven since I was 15, actually before that, but we're not going to tell the police that. But this is by far one of the most surreal experiences I've ever had, man.
Now, a company like Waymo, which has to pre-map all of the roads, is not able to do this. Tesla full self-driving can be dropped off anywhere in the world that has roads, and it'll be able to drive on those roads. Now, currently, it is still in the early beta phases, so supervision is still needed. It's not perfected yet, and that is not a secret. However, the scalability of Tesla full self-driving cannot be ignored. Let's hear another mainstream media's reaction to the full self-driving in Australia.
Honestly, guys, this was a surreal experience. I mean, to just have this car drive me around Brisbane for an hour. We're talking in the city environment, the motorway, as many people would know, Brisbane, the city, a lot of a spaghetti bowl of quick on-ramps and quick exits. It handled it so well. It's a full self-driving supervisor. So I was always supervising what it was doing. I just never put my hands on the wheel once. There's 8 cameras in total that are just constantly processing live information and making decisions on your behalf, all on board that car. It navigated a roundabout. It was able to, merge onto a highway, match the traffic. It was aware of pedestrians, cyclists, making room for other cars. I mean, for me, I just personally thought, wow, how is this going to work? And then when I went through it, honestly, it was mind-blowing.
So is this legal?
Great question. I think, the key point to remember here is this is not a driverless car. This is technically level 2 ADAS, so that's Advanced Driver Assistance System, which means the responsibility constantly is on you to be ready. Your eyes are always watching the road, and you're able to take control of the steering wheel at any time. And that does match the road rules. If anything, it fits into it, so no rules have to be created. But I think I was thinking, what if, because people were watching me going, is that guy got his hands on the wheel?
All right, so that is surprisingly an unbiased reaction to full self-driving that just came out in Australia. And I'm going to end it here, guys. To me, I want humanity as a whole to progress, and full self-driving from Tesla is making huge progress. Now, it's not a secret that the Tesla full self-driving is not perfected just yet, but in my opinion, and having experienced it for myself, it is basically almost there. Now again, I'm not saying it's not perfect, and I'm not saying that you don't need to supervise the car as it drives itself. You will still need to supervise the car as it's driving. However, this is how progress is made. Progress is made in increments. Incrementally, Tesla full self-driving has been making huge progress in autonomous driving capability. Much more than any other of its so-called rivals, which in my opinion don't even stand a chance. And it's a huge shame that our own mainstream media, many of them, have their own strong political biases that come in the way of reporting on actual facts. That's it for now. If you like what you saw, please give this video a like, a share, and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. I also want to thank all of the people who use my Tesla referral code to buy their new Teslas. Congratulations on your new purchase and welcome to the Tesla family. If you're looking to buy a Tesla, please use my referral code in the description below to get 3 free months of full self-driving and or other discounts on Tesla Solar. I'll see you next time.